Good morning everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am up bright and early today because I've got quite a busy day ahead of me. I've just finished doing my makeup and jewellery. Actually, I haven't put any perfume on. What do I want to wear today? I might do actually a classic English paraphrase. Oh, you know, it is just my absolute favourite, especially for the summer. It's just such a perfect like end of summer fragrance. It's really lovely, like really fresh. I believe that the way they describe it is like it's like walking through a pear orchard, which I do absolutely love. So quick spritz of perfume because I actually have a really exciting day today. I am heading into Southampton city centre, into West Quay, which you know I love. Always love doing a bit of shopping in West Quay. I've done so many come shop with me's around West Quay because they have so many gorgeous shops, but there is one place I'm heading straight towards: Laings. Now the new showroom hasn't quite opened yet, so I'm going to be heading into the like normal store. I don't want to call it the old store yet because it is still the current store, but I'm going to be heading into Laings for a diamond masterclass, which I am so excited about because apparently when Alex picked up my engagement ring, I think they gave him a bit of a diamond masterclass because he knew so much about the ring when he first gave it to me, which I just think is so lovely that they like educated him on it before him like making the purchase. They wanted to make sure that he understood everything about the ring, about like the diamond itself, but also about the material. I knew that we always wanted platinum. It's something that Alex and I were always quite in agreement with. He's not really a gold kind of a guy. It doesn't really suit him. He doesn't wear a huge amount of jewellery anyway, but like his really lovely watch that he's got is a platinum watch, and I think the main thing for him is his parents both have matching platinum wedding bands, so he always said to me that he wanted to have matching platinum wedding bands as well, and I am more than happy with that because you guys know I'm a silver girl at heart. But it's really interesting, the two different kind of like silvery metals. You've got platinum or you've got white gold. And I didn't realise that white gold actually requires so much maintenance. Like you need to get it like not reset, but they need to kind of like maintain it every few years. Like it can go really dull. Whereas platinum, I feel like it's just a lot more, I don't know, I quite like it when it's not like the most shiny. I think it looks really natural. And yeah, I just love how it looks set. This is with the little Oxford bridge. I think it's so gorgeous. But actually, I was speaking about this the other day. I'm going to be really sad when I have to put the wedding band on because it's going to cover one side of the Oxford bridge, which I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even consider when I first got the engagement ring. But yes, they gave him a masterclass, I think, when he first picked up the engagement ring, because he was literally there going like, right, so when it comes to diamonds, we're gonna look at the 4 C's: cut, clarity, colour, and carat. And I was looking at him like, how do you know all of this? So it was really nice that they gave him a bit of a masterclass, and I'm actually going to be heading in today to create my first piece of content with them. I know I've been chatting about them so much, but we've not actually officially started any content. You know what I'm like, especially when I work with brands really closely, do ambassadorships and things like that. I just love chatting about them organically and like how it fits into my everyday life. Like I've been loving researching more into Laings, learning more about the history, and I'm so excited to head in today. I feel like I've been really loving switching up my jewellery a little bit recently, and I'm so excited to discover some new pieces because I might be doing a little bit of a diamond try-on. So I've kept my jewellery today really stripped back because I'm aware I'm probably going to be taking a few of these pieces off. So got my gorgeous vintage inspired watch on, which I absolutely love. Laings actually have such a gorgeous collection of watches as well as doing their kind of like mainline collections, you know, like the new in pieces. They also do a pre-loved Laings, and they have some secondhand watches which are still obviously just as gorgeous, but maybe a little bit more affordable, but also a great way to kind of like give something that is completely timeless, completely classic, and completely, what's the word, like universal, I kind of want to say, but just something that never dates, being able to give it a new home, I think is so special. So yeah, I will leave Laings pre-loved watches link down below if you are looking for a new watch, because as you guys have seen, I have kind of rediscovered my love for wearing watches. I do feel like they just look so timeless and classic, and especially as we're going into autumn, winter, I feel like I want to be wearing some like just really gorgeous everyday pieces that I can just kind of like chuck on with my outfit. I can chuck on with a dress, I can chuck on with a roll neck. Like I don't really have to like style up up too much. I really just love everyday classic pieces, and I do feel like my watch is exactly that. So I'll link to their pre-loved watches down below. I've also just got a little pair of diamond studs in, which I absolutely adore. I feel like diamond studs, you just cannot get any more classic than that. I do feel like every girl needs a pair of diamond studs in. I honestly feel like every girl needs a pair of diamond studs in their jewellery collection. They are just so, so beautiful. And then I've got this little diamond necklace as well, which Alex actually got me this as well. He's really good when it comes to jewellery. I feel like he has such good taste. And I've done something a little bit different with my hair because I'm going to be doing a little bit of filming, and, you know, we're going to be showing you around the store. So I know it's going to be a lot of shots of the back of my head. So I always love to kind of style my hair so that the back looks nice. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I might have to redo it. I'm not sure if it's done completely like perfection wise, but I've got two little pearl slides in my hair, which I really like. I think they look really cute, and it's always really nice to have like a bit of a half up, half down do. I feel like I really have rediscovered my love for doing different hairstyles, doing different kind of like looks with my hair, and especially a half up, half down when it is warm. Favorite kind of hairstyle, because I just like my hair off my face, out of the way, and then I can kind of just like crack on with everything that I have been doing. But yeah, that is the plan of action for today, and I am so excited to head in store. I can't remember if I mentioned as well actually, but we're also going to be getting afternoon tea, which you know we love. And when I say we, I'm going in with G and Lady C, and you know that we all literally adore afternoon tea. Like, we have made it our mission to try every single afternoon tea around the UK. And actually, I say around the UK, we even tried one when we were in the south of France at the oh, what was it called? Le Morand, I believe was the hotel, and it was such a beautiful 5-star hotel in the heart of Avignon. It was absolutely stunning. So we have actually expanded into other countries now, but in the UK we've literally done all of the big ones, and we are still ticking more off our list. There is still more to do. Like, we've done the Ritz, we've done Balmoral, we've done Claridge's, we've done Fortnum and Mason. I'd love to do the Savoy this Christmas. I think that would be really special as well. But yeah, we're going to get a diamond masterclass, an afternoon tea, and I'm even going to get to do a bit of a diamond try on. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be so special. I'm so excited to see the Laings team, and of course I will take you guys along with me. One thing that I do really want to do today, though, it's been on my list for a little while, and especially I feel like when I travel, it always just gets completely out of hand, and that is to do a bit of an update of my 2 jewellery boxes. I always have this stacked on top because this is actually my tripod whenever I speak to you in the morning. It's so funny. So yeah, in case you're wondering why it's on top. But this I kind of have as like my everyday pieces, and then this is like a lot of my more kind of like wider collection jewellery, and it has just gotten so messy. Like, this bottom drawer, you're not even ready for how chaotic it is. Look at this. It is absolutely ridiculous. I've got my Apple Watch strap in there with loads of jewellery. There should not be any rings in here, but particularly whenever I get back on holiday and I empty out my travel jewellery box, I often just chuck everything in here and then kind of just hope for the best. But I do want to do a little bit of a clear out as well, because I've definitely noticed that there are a few pieces that I just don't really reach for as much, particularly like my gold rings. I'm just really not the most gold girl, and like chunky pieces I think I might be able to say goodbye to because I really don't reach for them as much anymore either. But I've rediscovered a few old favourites, like this little Swarovski necklace Alex got me quite a while ago actually, and I do absolutely love. I've also got my Swarovski set that I wore when we were away in Thailand, which I just think is gorgeous. I've got some pieces from like Fossil. This is stunning. Who's this ring from? Oh, that's some earrings. I think these are Swarovski earrings as well, actually. But yeah, basically it just needs a big old sort out. I need to spend a good half an hour organising it, tidying it, and then maybe going through a few pieces that I think I probably have not been getting the wear out of and can probably pass on to some friends and family. I feel like there is just nothing better than giving myself like a good half an hour or so just to have like an organised and tidy, because I am someone who I'm a big believer that everything needs a place, but I'm not always the best at putting things back in their place. So I know when I actually like give myself the time to have a little go through my jewellery box and just kind of like organise everything, it can look really neat and tidy. Everything is where it's supposed to be, but it's just giving myself that time, and I'm really, really bad at doing that. But it always makes me so happy afterwards. I feel so satisfied, and it's looking so much better now. I'm really, really happy. So I'm still keeping this as like my everyday kind of like reach for. So like my watch will stay in here. If ever I take off my ring, I put it in here. I've just got like a few studs, these little gold hoopy earrings. They're solid gold and they are just the most beautiful thing ever. You know, I wear those a lot. And just like some more reached for everyday things. So I've got space as well to put what I'm wearing back in here. I've then got a few more kind of like reached for everyday things. I've kept the rest of my studs up here other than this little pair of Huggies, just so that they're like really accessible, and then some rings that I reach for quite a lot. And then I've put a few necklaces here that I want to reach for more, because I do feel like when I can see them easily, that's when I reach for them the most. I've got my tennis bracelets, which I absolutely love, and then a couple of other bracelets. I've then tried to organize this as much as possible so that everything kind of has a home. So like every section is thought through. Like this is all hoop earrings, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not realize how many hoop earrings I actually have, but this is all hoop earrings. This is all for sapphire jewelry. These are silver rings. This is like more kind of like chunky bracelets and necklaces. These are pendant necklaces, both silver and gold. These are like charms, anything kind of like spare, like you know, spare kind of like clip-ons to make bracelets bigger. I then have chain bracelets, gold rings, pearl earrings and necklaces, and then pearl necklaces and bracelets. And then this one is just kind of basically anything that doesn't fit anywhere else. So like my big pearl necklace, my like chunkier bangles, and like my Apple Watch strap. So I feel like it's looking so much better now, so much neater. And also I feel like there's a little bit more space, so that if I do come away from Lanes today with a couple more bits added to my wish list that I've got my eye on, I know that I don't need to like clear out room for them. There is room for them, there is space for them, so I can start adding a few more things on my wish list, because I know I'm going to see some gorgeous pieces in Lanes today. I'm so excited to go in, because I just feel like their diamonds are just the most beautiful thing in the world. They're like so well made, they're so beautifully designed, they're classic and timeless, and yet they don't ever feel like dated or anything like that. So I'm really, really excited to head in today and do a full-on diamond masterclass, having afternoon tea, maybe sipping some champagne and looking around at all the beautiful jewellery they have at Lanes. So I have just come downstairs because I still have a little bit of time before I need to head into Lanes, and we have got another beautiful blue sky day down here in the New Forest. These are just my favourite kinds of days where you just get, we call it an Indian summer here in the UK, where it's like a very late kind of like resurgence of summer in September, where you get really beautiful warm weather, beautiful blue skies, and it just feels like you almost just get this like last little throw of summer. So I feel like I really just want to make the most of it. I stopped vlogging quite early on yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, because I was just getting quite hot and bothered. It is the continuation of the heat wave here in the UK, so I was getting a little bit hot and bothered, and I kind of just wanted to get out into the garden, because especially since coming back from the south of France, I feel like the garden really just kind of like took over, and it just, a lot of pots went over, the wisteria was going absolutely wild, and I just didn't enjoy being out there. I was like, I just want to tidy it up and make it an enjoyable place to be again. So I spent yesterday afternoon mainly out in the garden, which was really, really lovely. So the lawn has like been nicely mowed, the wisteria has been trimmed. It was literally coming down as far as my swingy chair, which was absolutely insane. As you can see, there's still a little bit that needs a trim, which I'm not gonna lie, I can't reach. So I'm gonna have to ask Lady C if I can borrow her really tall loppers to try and get to that, and see if she might come around and help me do a little bit of gardening. But it looks so much better now that the wisteria has been trimmed. I'm not gonna lie, this wisteria is mad. I have never known a plant grow so quickly and so ferociously, and this was planted a long time ago. Like I think it was planted probably about 15 years ago, looking at the kind of thickness of the trunk and stuff, and it clearly just wasn't looked after or maintained. I've obviously fed it, we've been like watering it, I've been training it to go along the pergola, and for the last 2 years it has just boomed, like absolutely boomed. It's absolutely insane. I never thought I would hear myself complaining about wisteria, but yesterday I was, because I had to trim back so much of it, and it kind of breaks my heart because I'm like, I want you to go that way. I don't want to trim you. I want you to be just as big and bushy, but that way. Like, stop coming towards the house. But no, it's looking a lot better now. And then I just did a little bit of pot maintenance because a lot of the flowers have gone over. As you can see, these hydrangeas are starting to go over, but I actually think they look really beautiful. I think they are really pretty when they kind of start to go very autumnal. This one never actually came up. This is another hydrangea pot, and for some reason it just didn't want to come up this year, but I'm going to leave it in the pot and see if next year it does come back, because I saw something recently, I read somewhere where they said that, like, you need to give flowers 3 years. The first year they sleep, the second year they creep, the third year they... I can't remember what the word is. Bloom? That doesn't rhyme. Surely it must be a rhyming word. Anyway, basically it takes them 3 years to kind of like really flourish. So I'm going to leave them in there and see if they do anything next summer. But my begonias are doing so well. Look, I've brought these two over here because I just think it fills the space really nicely, and I always love to see beautiful flowers. These really are cut and come again flowers. So they've come back so many times. I've created so many bouquets from them. And I'm so glad I bought the eucalyptus because I've been using it loads in my flower arranging as well. And the olive tree is looking beautiful, just gave him a little bit of a trim. And I've got a little pot of salvia and another begonia there. Also, if anyone's wondering about the wisteria, I think you probably just heard a bird. It was flying out of this tree over here. Thank goodness, Ellie versus Pigeon. Ellie has won. Very humane way of winning. I've basically just put some cardboard in the wisteria. I don't know if you can see that shadow there, but it seems that if there's like a flat surface that feels very artificial, they don't want to build a nest on it. Whereas obviously when they can feel all the twigs and stuff like that, it's a tree, and so they want to build a nest in it. So that seems to be the only way that I've been able to stop them. Very humane, because it means I'm not scaring them. I'm not having to, like, you know, chuck them out of the tree. They weren't able to like fully build a nest before I did this, so really glad that they have gone. And as you can see, I've got my cushion out because I think I might spend the morning outside doing some emails. Well, if this isn't the life. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's just completely interrupted my piece. I was just about to say it's so calm and tranquil outside, and then someone starts with a drill. Not gonna lie, it's something that you are very used to if you live in like an older house, particularly if it's more in kind of like an estate like we have. But we have a 1920s house, and we were very lucky that the extension was built before we moved in. So the kitchen actually probably finished, I think, probably like there where the beam is. And then we have the whole extension with the bifold doors that we get to enjoy, that was put in many years before we moved into this house. But it's kind of always the way where there's someone nearby doing some kind of renovation, some kind of an extension, and some kind of work to their house, because obviously these are much older houses, so they do need a little bit of maintenance. So anyone that lives in an older property will probably relate that there's always some kind of building noise going on somewhere nearby them. But I've just grabbed myself a little drink. I'm sitting outside and I'm just waiting for a phone call. I need to jump on a little work call in a minute, which I feel like this is just the best place to have it. It's also so lovely because my swinging chair's in the shade at this time of year, not this time of year, this time of day. So I really like it because it's like I can enjoy the sunshine, because I'm looking out onto the sunshine, but I'm not sitting in the sunshine. And I know I've spoken about sun guilt a lot, but particularly at this time of year, I feel like I get it even worse, because I know this isn't going to be around for much longer. I know that we're going to lose the sun soon, and that autumn's going to come in full force, and that it's going to be dark and cold and wet and miserable. And don't get me wrong, you know I love autumn. Autumn styling is just my favourite. Like, the autumnal season is such a gorgeous season, but I feel like there are so many people that it's like 1st of September, they're like, yes, autumn's here. I want my pumpkin spice. I want to wear chunky knits. I want to embrace the autumn season. And I'm like, no. Because the amount of times we have an Indian summer here in the UK, the amount of times we have a resurgence of heat, that I feel like I'm not fully ready to embrace autumn until the 1st of October. Like, I still want to wear my summer dresses. I still have some summer plans throughout September. And I feel like it's like the last month that you have to enjoy summer. So I'm still very much enjoying summer right now. And I'm still very much wanting to embrace lovely sunny weather. So I'm just rambling, so I am just waiting up for my phone call to start. I still have another 5 minutes. There's lots of noises happening now. It was really calm and tranquil when I first arrived. Oh my goodness, is that a wasp? That is a wasp. Oh, I'm not enjoying the wasps at the moment. I have a fun fact about wasps. Let me tell you that. So I found out recently, it was actually through a video on TikTok, that wasps in autumn, not in autumn, in August and September, are actually homeless, and that is why they come out. And we particularly found this when we went to PetiteElliee Hall. Obviously it's a national trust, like it's in the countryside, and it was wasp-armageddon. Like, they were everywhere, especially like by the swimming pool. They were like kind of like lining the swimming pool. And we were really confused because we were like, where have all these wasps come from? And I actually saw a video recently that said if ever you've noticed that there's no wasps throughout summer until the end of summer, August, September, it's because they've actually become homeless. So obviously wasps have a queen, I was going to call her a queen bee, a queen wasp, and she's the only one that actually lasts throughout the winter. The rest of the wasps die off in winter. And basically she, in August time, lays eggs for new queen wasps to live. She kind of goes into hibernation herself and then sends off a pheromone to the rest of the wasps, being like, right, you're done, don't need you anymore, take yourself away and die, basically. And so obviously before, in summer, they would always like be collecting bugs and insects to give back to the queen, and that's what they would eat. Whereas now it's like they're homeless, they don't know what they can eat, and they're basically just kind of like clinging on until they die before the winter. So that is why they're obsessed with sugar, because sugar is the only thing that's like keeping them going. So that's why if ever you have a picnic, you'll notice that wasps really come around whenever they smell or like sense the sugar. So like Diet Cokes, you know, sugary drinks, jams, things like that, they're always attracted to because they want the sugar to keep them alive. Which honestly blew my mind. I didn't know that. Like I never really put 2 and 2 together with regards to wasps, and it's actually kind of made me feel a bit sorry for them. I'm like, oh, they're homeless. And I didn't realise as well, I know that they release a pheromone if you kill them. I didn't actually realise they release that pheromone even if you swap them away. As soon as they sense they're in danger, they release a pheromone, and that's why more wasps come. So the best thing to do if you are being attacked by a wasp with regards to your food is to basically like place something sugary over to the side and let it have it. It just needs a little bit. It's like a bee, like they just need a little bit of sugar, and then usually it will fly away. So I feel like I'm feeling a bit more, I don't know, a bit more emotion towards wasps. I feel sorry for them a little bit. I still don't like them, but I do feel sorry for them. So that is my fun wasp fact of the day. Right, I need to jump on my call now. I need to stop procrastinating and talking to you, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. Right, quick little makeup top up before we head out, because I'm aware that there is going to be lots of close-up shots as I am doing this reel. I don't think it would have already gone live by the time this video has, but keep an eye out for it on my Instagram, because I'm really excited to see what we're going to be able to shoot. I'm just going to do a quick little spritz. This Sculpted by Amy spray, I absolutely love it. It is a setting spray but also a hydrating mist. It literally says mini hydrating and makeup setting mist, and oh my goodness me, I am absolutely in love with it. Do a quick little lip top up as well so that I am looking good. I mean, I'm hoping I'm going to get these shots before we eat, because I'm not wearing the best lipstick. I mean, it definitely comes off when I eat. We'll have to see. I think it's going to be really, really fun though. Let me show you my outfit of the day, because I'm kind of loving this outfit. It's one of my favourite dresses, this little Forever New number. I absolutely love it. It's like a really gorgeous little like broderie on glazed dress. It has the most beautiful pleating detail to the skirt. I really love the like tearing to it. And I feel like this is like very end of summer, because I've gone closed toe shoes. I didn't want to wear open toe shoes despite the fact that it is literally 28 degrees right now. It very much is feeling like summer, but I don't want to be dressed like summer because I'm not entirely sure when the reel is going to go out. So this is the new pair of Avaya shoes that I showed you in, I was going to say yesterday's vlog, the last vlog, but I realised that I haven't actually shown you them on, but oh my goodness, they are gorgeous. They have like the comfiest, like spongier soles to them. They are really, really comfy, so super excited about those, and they fit so perfectly. They actually do half sizes in these, so I got a 36.5, and they fit beautifully. And then I've just paired my little Holland Cooper bag, which I do absolutely adore, just for a little wandering round, having a little look inside Lanes, a little come shop with me, afternoon tea and Diamond Masterclass. I'm so excited about this. I'm not entirely sure how much footage I'm going to be able to get, but we'll have to see it when I get there. I normally don't vlog on like shoot days like this, but I'm just so excited about this one. I wanted to bring you guys along with me, so I'm all ready to go. Let's go and head into Lanes in Southampton. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
So you've got diamonds here. This one is a rock crystal, so this is how they form. This is what will be mined. So what can happen is different types of mining. They can come up through the lava and volcanoes and end up within the crust of the volcano itself. They can be washed up on riverbanks, so on the river deposits, they can be along the edge of the water. And then sometimes you need to delve a little bit deeper into the earth to mine them, so open pit mining. They almost have a digger that goes round in like a circle multiple times until it reaches that right into the middle, and then they'll start chipping away at all of the earth until obviously they would have taken away any like dirt that's on it or other crystals that can be attached to it, but that is a diamond crystal as it would be. You're more than welcome to hold it and have a little look. I've got another one here as well.
They just come with the colours.
Yeah,
diamonds, as you probably know, are very, very rare. So if you were to take away lots of that crystal, you can actually lose a lot of what is worth and take a lot of that. So before I kind of start going into all of these, diamonds will be cut from their natural state into something that's nice and shiny. Diamonds are then put through a process called Kimberley process. Think you've heard of it? No. So Kimberley process, there's lots of stories nowadays of blood diamonds, Ukraine, and at the moment. There's lots of talk that are diamond ethical, very good for. So there's a process in place called the Kimberley process, where 99.98% of diamonds have to go through this process to make sure that they're clean. Not in terms of how they look, but in terms of are those diamonds being bought ethically? So is the money when they're being sold going to war, or is it going to communities to help them build up schools, hospitals, housing, and then fortunate countries? So diamonds typically will come from places like India, Australia, Brazil, Russia, bringing the diamonds as well. But trying to eliminate any conflict being funded, they go through the process. So when we
and do all of Laing's diamonds go through the Kimberley process?
Yes. So we are part of the RJC, so that's one called the Responsible Jewellery Council. So being a part of that is us saying that everything we do is ethical. So diamonds are all sourced ethically. On the bottom of all our lovely paperwork we receive, diamonds will say that they are ethical sources and but it's just nice and reassuring that they're not going through any conflict, funding, anything else. Okay. So what I'll do, obviously lovely other half that had the delight of going through the 4 Cs, but I'm sure they've got to know as well, obviously what your rings are, obviously what the 4 Cs are and how that is all communicated through paper as well. So 4 Cs are diamonds. I will start off with the heart first of all. So as you know, diamonds don't start off lovely and hearty. There is a lot that goes into it to get it into its beautiful state. The cusp of diamond is the only part that is impacted by man or woman. It's the only thing that we can change. Everything else is purely down to nature. So this is one that I think most people will know about or have heard about for diamonds. So diamonds, as they are made of carbon, another chemical that can react with diamonds is nitrogen. So as nitrogen goes into the stone, the colour will slightly change. So it will go from being lovely and white and bright all the way through to like a deep yellowy browny colour. So diamond clarity, this is the one that I think can be quite confusing. There's a lot more to it. Diamonds are rated for their clarity. So different inclusions you can have are crystal, so it's like a black dot. You can have a cloud, which is like loads of tiny little specks of feather, just right through the stone as a feather. You can have natural inclusions as well, so like loads of triangles over top of each other. There's so many, there's probably about 15 types of inclusions. So diamonds, if you kind of think back to the proportions in your symmetry here, diamonds are measured by their weight and not the size. So proportions play a big part in it, and that's why they don't measure it by size, they'll measure it by weight. So diamonds are measured in carat weight. It came from the word carob, so carob grain. So they used to, back in the day, have little grains of carob on a scale, and then they'd weigh the stones as it was the cane. The equivalent of 1 carob to 1 carat.
Wow.
Lovely. So that is your 4 Cs. Play 5 Cs as well. So the 5th one is actually certification. So it's really, really important for you guys, for anyone, to know that that stone that they bought, that stone they paid for, is exactly the quality that we're talking about. So having certification is your reassurance that that diamond, I've not just made it up back. It has actually been checked by a gemologist.
It's squashed. Look like it's sat way too high. It's going to catch really something. So the SMA, you've got lovely little crystals on them. You've got beautiful shoulders. They go up to the stone where the setting is as well.
So I have just got home now after the most incredible afternoon with Laings. My goodness me, I could have sat and listened to Louise speak for hours. I feel like we did. We literally just sat and just let her tell us everything that she knew, because she was an absolute queen. She just knew everything that she was talking about with regards to all of the diamonds. We learned so much. Like, I actually thought I knew a lot about diamonds before going into the masterclass today, but I learned so much. I actually learned that there is a 5th C. According to Laings, not all brands include this 5th C. I know I was chatting before about like clarity, cuts, colour and carrots, but Laings actually have a 5th C, which is certification. And one thing that I'm so proud to be partnering Laings with is that all of their diamonds are certified by this particular board. I can't remember the name of the board. I know it began with like a K, I believe it was, but they are all certified by the board to mean that they were sustainably sourced and it's all ethical, and all of their diamonds are such high quality. We were learning loads about the family collection that they have there, and I want so many pieces from the family collection. The Esme collection in particular is beautiful, so beautiful, just like really timeless and classic. And it's basically a collection that the founders of Laing have created to celebrate their granddaughters, which I just think is the cutest thing ever. Like, can you imagine your granddad being like, by the way, sweetheart, I've created a bespoke engagement ring for you, and here is a full collection that you can wear to match it. Like, it's just the loveliest thing ever. And I can just tell that all of the employees at Laings are just so passionate about what they talk about, and they're so knowledgeable. So would definitely recommend going in. I didn't realise, but actually the World of Laings books that I unboxed with you guys a couple of weeks ago, you can actually just pick it up in store. They had stacks of them right by the door, so you can go in, pick one up. You can get any of the brochures completely free. So head on in and say hi to the team. If you do, make sure to say hi to Louise, because she looked after us so beautifully today. She was topping us up with all of the elderflower fizz, and our afternoon tea was just absolutely incredible. I don't think they normally offer afternoon tea whenever you have like consultations or appointments or anything like that, but the Diamond Masterclass is something that you can go in and completely free. Like, do, as I said, Alex basically did it when he went to pick up my engagement ring, when he went and chose my engagement ring, because they wanted to make sure that if he was going to be buying a ring, he was like as knowledgeable as possible about it. They give you like the certification, they tell you all about the ring, all about the clarity, the cut, the carats, and all of that jazz. So we really did have an amazing afternoon, and as I said, I feel like I learned so much. I didn't realize there is something that, particularly with Laings diamonds, that they do, and they call it the orange peel, which is basically before all of the diamonds get put into the band and put into the ring, before they get set, they do an orange peel file to make sure that everything is like filed to perfection. The cut is just 100%, and it just means that it sits in the band so much better, which I just think is the loveliest thing. I also found out that, partners, listen up, if you're thinking about engagement soon, you can actually design your own ring with Laings, and the price points I actually think are amazing. Like, I know a couple of people that have designed their own engagement rings, and it literally made me sweat with regards to the price points, whereas I feel like Laings offer it at so much more of like an attainable price. So if you want something really special, you can go and pick your diamond bespoke. Like, you can literally pick the stone, the color, the cuts, like whichever kind of design you're looking for, and then you can set it and you can design the ring 100% yourself, which I honestly just think is the most special thing in the world. So had the loveliest afternoon, and I've actually come away with some goodies, so I thought I could unbox this with you guys and show you what we were treated to, as if we weren't treated enough with the afternoon tea. And we got loads of content whilst we were in there. The team was so lovely. Like, every time I was kind of like, okay, I think I'm gonna shoot over here, the team would be like, yep, that's fine, like moving out of the way, trying to make sure that we got the best shots. They were so lovely. I'm just obsessed with the Laings branding as well, like absolutely love it. So we have another World of Laings books. As I said, you can literally pick these up in store. So I unboxed this recently with you guys and went through it, and it's so fascinating. And actually they showed me when I was there today that I missed a little bit. Where's the timeline? I didn't realise, so I opened up half the timeline with you guys in the last video. I didn't realise the timeline goes on. there is another side to it. In this side, if you want to learn a little bit more about the family collection that they do at Laings, this side has a little bit more information about that, because it's these two lady and gentleman's daughters, Wendy and Jo Walsh. It's their daughters, so Michael Lane's granddaughters, who the rings are named after. Actually, let me show you, because the Esme collection, honestly, it's like the most beautiful thing in the world. Look at that. I mean, if you're looking for a trilogy ring, look no further. The Esme is stunning, and I'm obsessed with the like earrings that they have, the necklaces. We had an amazing time because I also got to try on some pieces. I tried on some gorgeous like tennis bracelets. I also love the Suzanne collection, and it literally gives you like information about each daughter. Like, one thing I loved about Esme is apparently she loves ballet. So one thing that they did with the set is make it look like a plie. I mean, how cute is that? If that was me, I'd literally just cry. It says here, this is a quote from Richard Lang. Whenever I see Esme dance, I'm always struck by the timeless beauty of the movements. It is this femininity and fluidity that inspire the collection, with a suspended diamond reflecting the sparkling drama of every act. I just love that. And then Suzanne apparently was much more like classy, a little bit more mature woman. It says Suzanne is a character who is sophisticated, stylish and loving. She transcends trends and moves elegantly through the different chapters of life. This ring tells the story of the wearer, the harmony of their past, represented by the diamond, and their future, symbolized by the contemporary design. Honestly, it just melts my heart. I mean, the Suzanne collection is also just absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love this. This could definitely be a potential for a wedding band, which Alex and I need to start thinking about soon. But yeah, so if you did want to pick up a book, definitely head in and pick one up. We then have in here some lovely gifts. We first of all have a silver jewellery cleaner, which is actually really exciting, because I was literally thinking to myself that I don't have one recently, because I have a couple of pieces that have kind of tarnished a little bit, and actually Lady C herself has got almost an entire like stackers section. She's got a stackers box just like me, and I think it's because it was left in the sun where her room is. Like, the sun hits quite a lot, and I think a lot of the silver jewellery has tarnished, so I might actually try this with Lady C and see if I can fix any of her jewellery. She's got a lot of gorgeous sterling silver jewellery, and it's all gone like really like black, so might have to check back in with you guys on that. But a lovely gift from Laings. We then also have, oh, this is all about their pre-owned watches, which I know I was talking to you guys about this morning. A little pen. Oh my goodness, a diamond dazzle stick. Oh, that's so exciting. I feel like that is exactly what I need, just to keep my diamond sparkling. I must admit, it was so interesting hearing about how diamonds sparkle and the kind of like differences in them. Like, they were going through so many different diamonds, and like, even though one might have a better clarity, like if it's got a worse colour, it might not be as sparkly. It was really, really interesting. But oh, I actually do think that has made that a little bit more sparkly. Oh my gosh, I'm going to keep that in my handbag, and if ever I want like sparkle top-ups on my ring, I'm going to be able to use that. And then we've got a couple of little jewellery pouches as well, which is really nice, because I do find if ever I take off my ring, I get a little bit worried about where to put it. So some lovely gifts to come away from Laings. Honestly, I am just gushing, because we had such a lovely afternoon, and they treated both G and Lady C so well as well. Like, they really treated them to the gift bags as well, and we were looked after so beautifully by the team. So I really am feeling so honoured and so blessed to work with such an amazing, friendly team, and we're all so excited for the new store opening. Like, as you would have seen from the video, the store itself today is beautiful, but I cannot wait for the new showroom to open in Southampton at West Quay. I think it's just going to be such a special moment. So I obviously will be vlogging that when that does open in kind of like autumn. I think it's more towards like end of October, early November. So stay tuned for that, but make sure to keep an eye out on my Instagram for the reel, because I'm so proud of what we created. We filmed some really amazing content in there, and it really was just such a special afternoon. Oh, is there anything better than that first sip of iced coffee in the morning? But good morning, everyone. It is the next day now. Can I still say good morning, actually? Just about still the morning. Do you know what is so fun about wearing a watch again? being able to do that, being able to go like, oh, what time is it? Oh, is it still the morning? Oh, let me just check my little watch, which I know sounds so silly for anyone that wears a watch regularly, but I just haven't worn one for such a long time, and I really, really am loving wearing it regularly. Again, I'm also just diamond obsessed. After yesterday, honestly, diamond obsessed is all I want to wear now. Now that I know so much more about how special they are, the craftsmanship that goes into them, honestly, I just feel so knowledgeable after yesterday's masterclass. But it is the next day now, and I had quite a leisurely morning. I'm not gonna lie to you. I went to the club this morning for both a gym and a swim, which I'm not gonna lie, I can really feel on my shoulders. Like, I did a bit of a weight session, and oh my goodness me, I feel like the swim really helped kind of like ease it out a little bit. I always feel like a swim is just so therapeutic, especially when I can swim in the outdoor pool. It's just my favorite thing in the world. So starting this vlog a little bit later today, but I've got quite a leisurely day today. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I've had quite a busy week, and I think it's going to be nice to have a bit more of a leisurely day. Although saying that, I'm actually heading out this evening, which, you know, when you're always just like, we're just gonna have one, we're just gonna stay for a quick chat, and then about 5 hours later you're still sitting there. It's probably going to end up being that. But other than that, I have a lot of phone calls, emails, and some admin to crack on with today. I also have some new bits that I want to show you that have arrived that I'm really, really excited about for the kind of like transitional period. So I'm going to finish my iced coffee, jump on my first morning meeting of the day, which is in 5 minutes. Let me tell you, from my wristwatch. Honestly, I feel like I'm so much more like confident after yesterday as well, especially when it comes to luxury jewelry, not just diamonds, but also with regards to like watches and like more high-end pieces, because I do feel like it can be really daunting walking into a store as beautiful and as luxurious as Laings. But let me tell you, the team there are so friendly, like honestly so lovely. I think I've told you the story about Alex going in to buy the engagement ring, but he said that he was literally dressed so incognito because he was so worried about anyone recognizing him. He was wearing head to toe black, he was in his gym gear, he had like a cap on, and he made it clear to them that he didn't really know what he was doing when it came to diamonds, when it came to engagement rings. So they gave him like a full masterclass, that they talked him through the rings, they showed him different ones that he could choose from, he explained to them what like metal he wanted, so they showed him platinum rings, they showed him what size I was gonna be. I think I told you he brought like a little Pandora ring as a comparison, but yeah, they literally like were so helpful. They looked after him so well, and he was so confident in being able to talk about the ring as well, which was really lovely, because it meant that whenever we were like telling people, they were like, oh my goodness, let me show you the, like, let me see the ring, tell me about the story, tell me about the ring. He could pipe up and be like, well, it's actually like, he told me the colour, the carat, the clarity. It was absolutely amazing, and really lovely to have seen his confidence in it. And I do feel like my confidence has grown as well, and it just means that any kind of like luxury shopping, it's not as like daunting anymore. And as I said, they do offer it as a service, so I definitely recommend heading into the Laings store in Southampton. If ever you find yourself down in Hampshire, definitely go in and say hi to the team if Louise is in. Say hi from me, because she was an absolute angel looking after us yesterday. She was so lovely, and just to be able to have like a wander around the showroom, see all the new in pieces, and if you want, learn a lot more about their jewellery. It is just such an amazing service. But I need to jump on my call now, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. So as I said, I've got a couple of new in pieces to show you from one of my favourite brands when it comes to autumn styling. I've got a couple of new in dresses here to show you, which I'm going to put down because I want to have a bit of a chat, because I know that this time of year can be so tricky when it comes to styling, and I feel like Instagram especially is actually even more confusing at the moment when it comes to like transitional styling and what I want to be wearing right now. Because I'm not gonna lie, all I'm seeing on Instagram right now is people posting like full-on autumnal looks, which have either actually been shot last year, or they're kind of shooting like in preparation for the autumn months. And I do feel like it's really tricky looking at these looks, because they are like full autumn styling. Like, so many people are doing like roundups of my autumn looks from last year, and it's full on like winter knits, boots, tights, and it's not what I want to be wearing right now. And I do feel like this transitional period can be the most confusing time when it comes to your wardrobe, and the most difficult when it comes to styling. So one thing that I want to do, especially when it comes to like adding new pieces into my wardrobe, is make sure that number one, I'm going to get my cost per wear out of them, and number two, they're going to be really great investments into my kind of transitional wardrobe. Whenever I talk about transitional wardrobe, it's basically something that I want to be able to take from summer into autumn and even into winter, and I do feel like these pieces are really going to allow me to do that, which is what I'm really excited about. So The first dress I wanted to show you is this absolutely stunning little shirt number. I've already tried it on. Let me let me do the button up so it looks a bit pretty again. Honestly, you'd think after however many years on the internet I'd be more professional and more prepared, but here we are. This is just real life. But this shirt dress, my goodness me, am I excited about this. I feel like I finally found the perfect camel colored shirt dress to add into my wardrobe. I've been looking for something in this colorway for such a long time, and also I've never found anything in this material. I think this is a synthetic material because it is the softest, stretchiest, most comfy thing ever, which I'm so excited about, because I really value comfort in my wardrobe as well. I always say if you're going to be comfortable, then you're going to be confident, and I really love comfort when it comes to my styling, and this dress is just the stretchiest thing ever, so I really like it for that. But what I liked most about it is its transitional ability and how much I'm going to be able to wear this from the end of summer into early autumn and even further into the colder months. So just to kind of like give you an example of how I would style this, for now, for like this time period with it being like quite warm and quite sunny, I would probably style this up with like a basket bag, a little straw hat, like a Panama, and some slides. Cute, perfect. Really love the fact that it's got the long sleeves, but it's still nice and flowy. It's still going to be really nice and like aerated for right now. As soon as it gets a little bit warmer, change up the slides for some ballet flats. Some closed toe shoes makes it a little bit more autumnal. Switch out the straw basket bag for something like leather. I feel like leather is like a really great one, or even something canvas like my little Holland Cooper number. I think would work really well with this dress. And then change the Panama, the straw hat, for something like a wool fedora. I think would work really well. You've got something a lot more autumnal, and then when the weather starts to get even colder, you can layer up even more with it. Add a blazer over the top, add a jacket, like a little tweed jacket, I think would be really cute. Add a cardi, and even when we get into like full winter, a long line full length wool coat and some boots, and you can still wear this dress. That's why shirt dresses, I just find, are the most versatile thing in the world. So it really goes to show just how much you're going to be able to wear this dress. And you know, I love getting my cost per wear out of pieces, so I feel like this is just such a great piece to add into your wardrobe, and I'm so excited to be able to take this from the end of summer into autumn and wear this as such a staple transitional piece. Oh my goodness, I feel like I have finally found the perfect autumnal shirt dress. I was a little bit unsure on the sizing. I picked it up in a 12 and I wasn't sure whether to go up a size just so that it was a little bit like looser on top, because I do love cinching in the waist and having that like big juxtaposition, but actually the sizing is perfect. I feel like it really helps. It's such a stretchy fabric. I don't know if you can see, but like on my arms, it's like when I move up, it does stretch so beautifully. Like it's so soft and comfortable. I wish you guys could come and just like feel me right now, because I am so in love with this. Love the fact that it comes with a little matchy belt, but you could easily change this up for maybe like a little brown belt if you want to go a little bit more autumnal. Even black I think would look really nice with the beige tones. Exhibit A, the ballet flats. I've started up with the little Vivaya ballet flats and I'm so in love. This would also make a perfect dress for like office wear and office styling if you want to be really professional but still really comfortable. I do find actually a lot of my wardrobe does kind of bode itself well to office styling, because you know I love that like modest feminine fashion, and this dress is just going to see me so well throughout the autumn months, so you can probably expect to see a lot of it because I'm absolutely obsessed. This next dress, my goodness me, is this beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually a little bit more elevated than I was expecting it to be. I thought this was embroidery looking on the website, but it's actually this gorgeous like almost diamante detailing. Goes very well with my lovely diamonds. Such a beautiful like diamante detail running through it. I really love the like glitz. I don't want to say the C word too soon, but how beautiful would this be around the Christmas period? Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I've already said that. But around like October, November, December time, I feel like this dress is really going to come into its own, but it still can be worn now, which is what I really like. I feel like with a pair of ballet flats and just like a little basket bag or something like that, it's really easy to wear now, and especially because of the fabric, it's a beautiful like shirred detailing. It's like really sheer, particularly in the sleeves, which I really like. So it lets a lot of air in right now. You can wear it as is with ballet flats or slides or something like that, but as soon as the weather starts to get colder, add a long sleeve thermal underneath, a black long sleeve thermal, and no one will know that the sleeves are supposed to be sheer. That's what I really like. But I love the fact that the rest of the dress is like really lightweight, really flowy, but again full length, so you can add thermal leggings underneath and knee-high boots and you are ready for autumn winter, girl. That's what I really love about adding these pieces into my wardrobe. You know I always want to get my cost per wear. There's nothing worse than buying buying something and only being able to wear it for like the next 2 weeks. I want to make sure that I can wear them for the next 2 months, if not 2 years. Like, I feel like these are the kind of dresses that are not really like seasonal. You can kind of wear them any time of year, and it all depends on like how you're styling them up. So another gorgeous dress to add into my autumn wardrobe. Another absolutely stunning dress. Would you look at this? Oh, the shape, the silhouette, the cut, it's just beautiful. The one thing that has actually surprised me, it's a little bit oversized. I think I probably could have gone down to a 10, which I don't normally go for a 10 at River Island, but you could definitely size down on this if you're in between sizes. It's also surprising me that it's a little bit long on me, which is a bit of a shame. So I think it means it's going to be more of like an evening dress, because I'm definitely going to need heels to elevate it a little bit. It's kind of just about hitting on the floor with the Vivaya ballet flats. But I love the sleeves. I just love the fact that they're like the sheer organza, and I really, really love the embroidery detail that runs through it. So I do think this is going to be a dress I reach for a lot throughout autumn, winter. It is just so, so beautiful. And as well as the two dresses, I also picked up the most stunning pair of shoes I think I have ever laid my eyes on. Would you look at these? Oh my goodness me, they look so designer-esque. It's what I love about River Island shoes. I always feel like they really take a lot of like influence from designers and give you those kind of like design qualities, but at a high street price. And these shoes are exactly that. They look so expensive, which is what I really, really love about them. They have this gorgeous pointed toe that obviously a complete mule, and they have this stunning detail where they've got this like gold kind of trim to the heel, and I'm so obsessed with the colorway. Don't know if it's really going to show up on camera, but they have the most beautiful like burgundy maroon color with this like croc effect. Oh my word, I feel like they're not the most me. They're not like the most classic Ellie thing, but when something brings you joy, you just have to add it into your wardrobe. And I do feel like, especially like events around this time of year, when you want to just be a little bit more dressed up, these are going to be absolutely perfect. I am honestly so in love. Oh my gosh. Well, I can confirm that even just the tiny little kitten heel on these mules is enough to lift up the dress and make it the perfect length. And can we just appreciate how beautiful they are? Oh my goodness me, they are absolutely stunning. As I said, I'm not the biggest like mule girl. Actually, the first pair of mules I bought are the Manolos that I bought last year for Christmas, and I do really like them. So I think maybe I need more in my wardrobe. They are quite comfy to wear, I do find. I mean, as heels go, you know, whenever people ask me, are heels comfortable? I'm like, well, they don't feel like your slippers, but I don't feel like I want to rip my feet off. You know that quote from Friends where Monica's like, whoever made these wants feet to die. Like, I don't feel like that, but I sure as hell don't feel like I'm in my slippers at home, but I do really, really like these. I love how elongating they are. Like, look how long that point is. It's absolutely stunning, and the colour is just beautiful. It's like so dark, it almost looks black, but then you just get that like hint of that kind of like burgundy maroon popping through, which I absolutely love. So, oh my goodness, such a perfect little autumnal shoe to add into my wardrobe. Well, my goodness me, I'm not gonna lie to you, today has completely gotten away with me. You know when you sit down at your desk and you're like, I'm just gonna be an hour. Just an hour, that's all I need. And then about 5 hours later, you're still there, hunched over the screen, getting square eyes. Because that was me today, I'm not gonna lie to you. But as I mentioned, I'm heading out this evening, which I'm really looking forward to. Actually, I feel like it's nice to get out of the house, because other than the gym this morning, I haven't actually left the house and have spent most of today in front of a laptop screen. So I'm just putting on some powder because I am shiny AF. We are still in the depths of the heat wave here in the UK, and wowie has it been warm today. I'm not gonna lie, ever since discovering this powder, I've just been obsessed with it. I wasn't really much of a powder girl before, but I feel like ever since discovering this, I have just fallen in love with it. It's the best powder in the sense that it doesn't take away your glow, it just takes away your shine. I feel like that's the best way to describe it, and I really like the fact that it is vitamin enriched. This is the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched pressed powder, and I'm in the shade neutral. So quick little top up of that. I might actually do a quick spritz of the Elemis Pro Collagen spray as well, because I just feel like it's really nice to get a little bit of hydration in there. And a quick lip top up. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've fallen back in love with the NARS Afterglow lip balms, especially the shade Orgasm. I just absolutely love that for just a little flush of pink on my lips. But I'm going to see a couple of old childhood friends this evening, which I'm really, really looking forward to because I've not seen them for months, and I always feel like it's so nice just to like reconnect with old childhood friends. And we always end up, no matter what, chatting about memories from school. I actually loved school. I feel like I'm one of the few people that had a really, really good experience. I had lots of friends. I wasn't like ever one of the popular girls, but I definitely had like a lot of friends, had a really lovely friendship group, and I think it definitely helped that I actually went to an all-girls school. So I loved it. I saw someone recently speak about the Barbie movie and that it's quite representative of going to an all-girls school, which I still haven't had a chance to see it. I honestly have just been so busy, and I think I'm just going to wait for it to come out on streaming services because a lot of people have said it's amazing, but it's not really worth going to the cinema for. So I think I might just wait and maybe even host. Oh, that might be fun. I could host like a girly movie with all of my old school friends round. That might be a really good idea. But yeah, I feel like it's quite representative of the Barbie movie because going to an all-girls school, you were never taught that like boys were better than maths at you. You were never taught that like science wasn't okay. Like none of us ever worried about like feeling silly in PE because like we wanted to win that sports game. Like we wanted to win that netball match. So I'ma sweat, I'ma go bright red, I'ma make sure I'm gonna put my all into it. I honestly absolutely loved it. So I'm really, really excited to see them both. Bryony and Michelle are just such sweethearts, and I think it'll be really, really lovely to have a little bit of a catch up. I might just put a bit of oil in my hair actually because I feel like I've got a few flyaways coming through, and I always love using this. This is the L'Oreal Elvive Extraordinary Oil Miracle Hair Protector, and I always just love just doing the tiniest little drop, just rubbing that into my hands and then just kind of like blending that through. I'm not gonna lie, I was watching recently Sophia Richie's tutorial on her slick back bun, and I'm shook that she does it on wet hair. Number one, she does it on fresh hair, which I find really, really odd. Like I only ever do the slick back bun when my hair needs a wash, or pony in this case. I only ever do it when it needs a wash. I never do it when it's like just been cleaned and just been freshly washed. But also the fact that she's doing it on wet hair really stresses me out, because surely that means that she's gonna be stretching her hair out. And I know so many girls that have ruined their hair. You know when it goes really like, feels like a rubber band is the best way to describe it, and I know so many girls that have completely ruined their hair from doing that. So please don't ever do a slick back bun with wet hair. Do it on old greasy hair like me and just add some hair oil in, and that's all you need. Honestly, it's like my favorite lazy girl hairstyle at the moment. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep on what I'm wearing. I've got the gorgeous little neck dress. I didn't actually show you my outfit today. The little racer vest with the little kind of like, is this called a nip and tuck? Not a nip and tuck. Tuck and flare, I think is the skirt name. If you see any like winter versions of this dress, please let me know, because it has been one of my favorite styles to reach for this summer. I just feel like it's very me. Like it really suits my body shape. It really suits my kind of like figure, and I really, really love how it looks. So I'm thinking like a roll neck version or like a long sleeve version would be so beautiful. Obviously not necessarily with a linen skirt, but maybe like a pleated skirt or just kind of like a flared out skirt I think would look really, really gorgeous. But checking my watch again, honestly I've been doing this all day. I need to get going because otherwise I'm going to be late for the girls, and I'm really, really looking forward to this evening. It's one of those where I think it's going to start off where we're all like, it's a work night, we're not going to be out too late, we'll just have one drink, and then 5 hours later we're still sipping on rosé, eating dinner and chatting away. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a really, really fun night. So I will leave this vlog here and say goodbye to you guys now. I really hope you enjoyed coming along with me to the Diamond Masterclass. And if you see the reel on my Instagram, please comment YouTube sent me, because I would love to know who's come over to my Instagram from my YouTube. And I'm really, really excited about the reel to go live. I've been spending all afternoon editing it and I'm really proud of it. I feel like it turned out really, really well, and I love the shots that we got. And Lady C is a great videographer, so give her a little round of applause in the reel as well. So I'll leave you guys here. I hope you have the loveliest evening, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye!